Hi. Today I'm going to tell you about every religious founder. The first religious founder will be Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, also known as Jesus of Nazareth, is the central figure of the Christian faith and one of the most influential figures in history. He was probably born around 4 BC, according to modern time measurements, in the city of Bethlehem, in what is now Israel. According to legend, Jesus was born in the home of the Virgin Mary and Joseph, and his birth was associated with a miracle as Mary gave birth to him while being a virgin. Jesus is known for his teachings about love, mercy, forgiveness, and peace. He taught people to live righteously, to honor God, to serve others, and to show mercy to all. His most famous sermons are found in the Bible, especially in the 4 Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They contain accounts of his miracles, parables, teachings, and descriptions of his suffering, death, and resurrection. According to Christian tradition, Jesus died on a cross in Jerusalem by execution by the Roman rulers. Risen from the dead on the 3rd day after his death, Jesus appeared to his disciples and other followers before ascending into heaven. The next religious founder will be Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, is the founder and prophet of Islam, one of the world's largest religions. He was born around 570 in the city of Mecca, which is now in Saudi Arabia. Muhammad was born into a revered family, but his family was not rich. He lost his father before he was born, and his mother died when he was 6 years old. After that, he was raised by his uncle. At the age of about 40, Muhammad received his first revelation from Allah through the archangel Gabriel, during his meditations on Mount Hira, near Mecca. After that, he became a prophet and received revelations for the next 23 years of his life. These revelations were recorded and later collected in the Quran, the holy book of Islam. Muhammad began to preach the one God whom he called Allah and the moral principles of Islam. His teachings were aimed at the rejection of idolatry, the right way of life, mercy, compassion, and justice. He also called for peaceful coexistence between different religious communities. The next religious founder is Abraham. The religion of Abraham is not a separate religion in the general sense of the term. Abraham is a figure of great importance in 3 of the world's largest monotheistic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. He is considered the ancestor of many peoples and a prophet for believers in these religions. According to religious texts, Abraham was born around 2000 BC in Ur of the Chaldees, present-day Mesopotamia, southern Iraq. According to the will of God, he traveled west, where he was promised a land for his descendants. Abraham is considered the first patriarch in the history of Judaism, and although he was not a Jew, he is considered the father of the Jewish people. Jewish, Christian, and Islamic sacred texts recount the various stages of Abraham's life, including his migration to Canaan, present-day Israel and the territories of Palestine, his long struggles with various trials, his promise from God of a great nation, and his offering of his son Ishmael as a sacrifice. The next religious founder is Hinduism. The religion of Hinduism, which has its roots in Hinduism, does not have one specific founder in the usual sense of the term. It is a very old and complex system of beliefs, rituals, cultural traditions, and philosophy that has evolved over thousands of years in India. While there are some key figures and traditions that have influenced the formation of Hinduism, the religion itself cannot be linked to a single figure, event, or point in time. However, some of the most important aspects of Hinduism can be traced back to the ancient Indo-Aryan traditions that developed in what is now India around 1500–500 BC. The sacred texts of Hinduism, known as the Vedas, are among the world's oldest religious texts and contain ancient knowledge, prayers, rituals, and philosophical reflections. In addition, Hinduism has a large number of gods and goddesses that reflect different aspects of the universe, and each group of believers can pay homage to their own deities. The next religious founder is Buddha. Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, was the founder of Buddhism. He was born around 563 BC in modern-day Nepal into a family of Shakya clan princes. According to legend, at the time of his birth, the sages predicted that he would become a great spiritual leader. The Buddha spent his childhood and youth in the luxury and comfort of his family palace. However, one day, when he saw aging, illness, and death, he began to search for answers to questions about suffering and the meaning of life. At the age of about 29, while he was out for a walk, he encountered a guard, a sick man, and an ascetic, which caused him to have deep inner reflections. The next religious founder is Confucius. Confucius, Kun Tzu, was a Chinese philosopher, scholar, and teacher who lived in the 6th to 5th centuries BC. His teachings are known as Confucianism, which has influenced Chinese culture and society for thousands of years. Born into the family of a noble servant, Confucius favored the study of classical Chinese texts, philosophy, and morality. He sought to create an ideal system of government based on moral principles and education. His teachings were aimed at improving society through the self-improvement of each individual. One of the key principles of Confucianism is Ren, which translates as humanity or kindness. Confucius believed that Ren is the basis of harmonious relations between people that ensure the stability and well-being of society. Confucius also emphasized the importance of family relationships and respect for elders.